Hey guys, it's Sonia coming to you live tonight on a Friday night because you know what? What's more fun on a Friday wild night than doing some painting, right? A little junk monkey painting. So just finishing up a few things at the shop here. We're always busy on the weekends. I'm coming to you live from our shop here in Ligonier in Pennsylvania. So as you guys log on, say where you're watching from because it's always fun to see how far this video actually goes. And I don't know what it is, but when you see people from other places, it just sounds so exotic, right? Anybody else feel like that? So log on. I'm coming to you from exotic Laurel Highlands outside of Pittsburgh, which is like the countryside outside of Pittsburgh. It's an awesome, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful area. And anyhow, tonight is Friday night, and I was doing a little work here in my workshop in the basement of my shabby shop. It's kind of where I work on cabinet doors. Hey, Louisa, how are ya? Working on cabinet doors and things like that. And of course, in between dry times, I try to work on furniture. So I was working on this beauty of a set tonight. Can you see this table behind me? It is like the probably right around the turn of the century, late 1800s, early 1900s tables. And I actually found a pair this week. Hey, Louisa, I miss you too, girl. Come by and visit me. Hey, Robin, what are you guys up to tonight? So tell me what you're doing tonight. Anybody else painting? Are you relaxing? Are you Netflixing? What are you up to? Tell me. So thanks to the hubby, found this pair of drum tables. Anybody else love drum tables? This is what this style is called when you find they're really cool. It's got like the pedestal leg, and it's got the claw feet on it, and then the drum, the top, right? I am in love with these. They come in all different sizes, but found a pair. So if you can imagine, when you find old stuff in pairs, today's your birthday. Everybody say hello and happy birthday to Robin. Oh my gosh, girl, you look so good for 19. I swear, you are looking good. That's what I tell everybody. I'm 19, maybe he's 29 and holding, okay? But yeah, if you can imagine, like if you're ever out and about and you find things in pairs, especially antiques in pairs, I'm just gonna tell you right now, count your lucky stars, because think about even in today's age, you have like 2 nightstands, a pair of chairs, and what happens, right? Things get moved. One gets broken, one gets put in the basement. You move, things get separated. You only want one, you don't want the second one. So if you can find a pair of things that have stayed together since the turn of the century, hello, make sure you get them now, okay? Where do I find most of my treasures? Girl, I love to antique and pick. I do a lot of like auctions here in Pennsylvania. Have you guys ever been to an auction before? Hey Pam, how are ya? They have I've never been to one until I moved here to Pennsylvania. Let me just tell you, Pennsylvania has halushki. They have pierogies. All kinds of tasty goodness. Gobs, never had a gob till I moved. Anybody know what a gob even is till I moved to Pennsylvania? But they have these fantastic things called barn auctions, okay? And just auctions in general, auction houses. So if you guys don't know about this website address, you need to look it up because it's good for all over the US, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you grew up with them, Barbara? You know what I'm talking about, right? Oh man, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I go to an auction and they have stuffing balls, yeah, stuffing balls, like seriously, that's what they're called. For reals. And my husband went back one day. Of course, now I have a 17-year-old son, so if he goes to an auction, he's only there for the food, right? I'm there for like all the furniture, and the food is just an additional bonus. And let me just tell you, those ladies in the back that are cooking up the stuff, they've made that recipe just a few times before, and when they're making it, it's amazing stuff. But I've met some pretty cool, just amazing people and animals, believe it or not, when I go to auctions and stuff. I once went to an auction house. They actually have a dog that showed up there one night. It was an auction going on in the middle of winter, and this dog, a stray dog, showed up at the auction house door, and I guess he wanted in because he was cold, and they let him in, and he's now become the auction house dog. So when I go to this auction, he actually wears a tie around his neck. Hey Sarah, nice to see you on here. Oh, hey Lori, yeah, they're good times, right? Hey Kelly, yes, good times. But so how I find a lot of my auctions is online, believe it or not. So you can do like the good old-fashioned newspaper and word of mouth and all that good stuff. But, you know, in today's age, you can also go online. So if you go to auctionzip.com, as in AUCTIONZIP, as in zip code, auctionzip.com, you can punch in your zip code you can put in the mileage of like how far you're willing to even travel. And then you can, if you want to take it even further, you can search for just furniture, because obviously auctions are not all about furniture, right? They're all, it could be like just like pop culture, anything. So, but that is a good way that I find my stuff. That's probably the biggest way, auctionzip.com. So you need to check it out, because you need to go and find some stuff. Isn't it? Yes, gobs are awesome. Never had one until I moved to Pennsylvania. I'm going to tell you right now. Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. Yes. Oh, Barbara's taking. Yep, you got it, girl. Auctionzip.com. Thank you for typing that in. So anyway, found this beautiful pair I'm going to share with you. I've got one painted so far. And so for those of you who are joining on me, my name is Sonia, and I love to make homes beautiful on a budget. Painting cabinets, painting furniture, you name it. So tonight I'm doing some furniture, okay? And this will be for my shabby shop floor, but I've got one done of the set. And for those of you who ask me like how easy it is to use a Junk Monkey paint, when I say it's easy and anybody can do it, I really mean that, okay? So I'm going to inspire you. This is the one that I have left to paint. I've already started painting. This is the other one. Can you see them? What do you think of them? Right there. Right there's that beauty. Right there. This is done in our black velvet Junk Monkey paint, guys, okay? Started off just like that one. So what do you think so far? Can you see the difference? Is Facebook really showing you the difference? Absolutely beautiful, right? So these, they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful, but they're really, really worn. Let me show you up close what it looked like, okay? Or what they look like. Let's see. Let's get this turned around so you can see, right? So up close, not looking so pretty, but hey, you know what? If you were around since the turn of the century, you know what I'm just saying, right? Things get worn and torn and things happen. So here's where we are right now. So I'm actually doing some painting. I've got, this is a jar that I'm working from right now. So I pretty much liken my paint to, my drip drabs of paint to like when I grew up, my mother would always bake bread, and there would always be a little extra left over from when she filled the bread pans. And that's what we would get, right? We would get to eat that right away. And so this is always my little batch that comes, the little extra C that overflows, I guess, when I fill up. Generally I make about 12, a dozen jars of Junk Monkey paint at a time. Now, you saw what I did, right? I'm going to be honest with you. Cleaning is optional. Yes, you want to dust if you really want to do that. Seriously, we don't judge, okay? But yeah, just clean your piece. Use a Lysol wipe or something like that. But all you have to do with our paint is put it on and it sticks. It sticks to wood, it sticks to fake wood, it sticks to glass, it sticks to metal. You name it, okay? So now when I'm working on this piece for the top, I'm going to pull it all in the same direction because I want it to be nice and clean lines. You could also use like a roller to put it on if you really wanted to. But look how nice that goes on. Yeah, just like that, right? How easy is that? And then of course you got your neutral colors. So tonight picking a color for this was tough because we do a lot of different colors, and I was thinking to myself, you know, I could do something crazy. Like I could totally go teal, or you know, some crazy like red or something like that. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to put these girls in a classic black dress because they're old, right? They're older, but they're beautiful and charming, and I just kind of want to keep them classic looking. So was that a good call? Was it a good call that I kept them in black? So there you go. There's one that's drying right now. The other cool thing is that this paint is going to dry probably in the next, honestly, 20 to 30 minutes. And if I turn the fan on, even faster. And then I'm able to go to the next step. So no, Liz, you don't have to prime. When I say with our paint that literally just grab a brush and go bananas, that's all you have to do. Right over, you can see, right over the table as is. And I'm kind of talking and chatting right now, so I would be standing up typically when I was doing this to really get my paint lines just the way I want it. But for a top of a surface, I want to make sure I'm going all in the same direction. I don't want to go like wiggly waggly all over the place. I'm going to try to keep going. I always say, if you follow me on here, go with the grain of the wood. What's going to happen is this will actually all self-level. So this lays down. And if you want to really, really help avoid any brush marks that might show up, use a roller. Use, like, when I paint cabinets, I use a roller that I would get that's probably like about a 4-inch roller. And then you're able, it just lays out nice and flat. But this is going to dry. It's going to self-level. I could put on a second layer if I wanted to, but honestly, I'm not going to need it. Not with our black paint anyhow. So I'm going to go all the way around. Absolutely. Yeah, I think so too. This is actually a chalk-based paint for those of you who are asking. So right now, if I did not seal this, I'm going to have this stand up a little bit. So if I did not seal this, I would, I could take a chalk stick to it, okay? But I do want to seal it because it's a piece of furniture, and somebody will buy the set, the beauty of a set that I found, and I want to make sure that they are sealed because, you know, if somebody puts, for example, you know, a glass of water or something like that, I want to make sure it's sealed. So when this is done, I'm going to go grab a very, very light grit sandpaper because I'm not going to do any distressing. If I wanted to distress, I would pick a sand pad that probably has like a medium to a coarse grit. But in this case, I want to keep it looking kind of classy, right? So I'm not going to distress back and show any of the wood. So I'm just using just a cheap chip brush here right now. And these are less than $1 for real. Yeah. And look how easy that is. So even these metal toes that's on this table, I'm just going to paint it all over it. And yes, it will stick to it. Like I said, dry really, really fast. It is so, so easy to do. I think somebody asked me, yep, this is a brand we make ourselves. Me and my husband, Matt, we work together here at Junk Monkey Paint Company. And I've always been pretty much a painter my entire life. I just worked in different mediums. And since I started working with furniture, put together my love of auctions and finding furniture, treasure hunting, it kind of all comes together to form a wonderful, wonderful painting addiction for me. And upon my move here to the United States, I'm going to be honest with you, I just didn't know a lot of people. I didn't know anybody other than my husband, really, and his small family. So when I first moved locally, and you know, he would work later in the evenings, and just the way our shifts fell, I would find myself painting furniture from the auctions that we went to when we were together, and just making it beautiful and selling it and just perfecting my technique. But along came Junk Monkey Paint because I wanted to be able to paint, to be able to, in a way that gave me a look that I was trying to achieve. Because as you know, I'm a shabby lover. I love old, just things that feel like it has, you know, seen generations of use. It's been around for a long, long time. So we have concocted this paint called Junk Monkey Paint that we put together. Given my husband is a chef by trade, let me just tell you, he's the one. In fact, you might even hear him now. We're working late at the shabby shop. He is actually, and you hear the water running? Yeah, he's working on stuff right now because I'm going to share with you guys 2 things that we have coming up in our line of products. But yeah, he's always been the one that's kind of been the mastermind behind the, you know, the formulations that you make to put together products. And people say, you know, how does your paint compare to other paints? I'm going to be honest with you. I just know our paint, but I don't think that 2 paints are the same. Because how can they be? They don't know how we make ours, and I don't know how they make theirs. And so I liken it to like chocolate chip cookies. I know what I put in mine, and I can make a really good chocolate chip cookie. But you know what? My grandmother can make an even better one. Do you know what I'm saying? So as for our paint, I like it and make it thick. So when it goes on, it gives you nice coverage, right? It's really, really easy. And so for the person who asked about, you know, can you seal with, can you seal with something? Yes. So I would recommend that you would seal with a wax or a poly. So we make it so that it's hardy enough to take whichever method of sealer that you want to go with. But my favorite, if you're going to go with a sealer, is probably a water-based polyurethane. So Minwax makes an amazing one that I have used so much, and I can definitely stand behind and tell you that. There's also a Rust-Oleum one that you can get at local hardware stores, and they make a beautiful one too. So Rust-Oleum makes some really good products. So as long as you go with one that's, you know, a good name, you should be good. And then if you're gonna, you know, be doing stuff for the outside, then at that point you'd want to think about going with an oil base. But our paint is made so it's going to be able to withstand the chemical sealers, so you get a nice seal on it. Look how nice that's coming out. Seriously, what do you guys think so far, right? Like, awesome! I love it. Hey, Louisiana. Oh, I know, Kaylee. Yeah, you're becoming a professional, Kaylee. You've painted a bunch of pieces, haven't you? Absolutely. Nancy, Caroline, hey girl. Yes, you can distress if you want to. So all I would do if you were somebody who wants to distress this piece is just let it dry and then you do your distressing, and then from there you would do your sealing at that point. Does that make sense? So let's turn around. So when I started this video, I've got to flip this guy, of course, to do the other side. But when I started this video, you guys saw up close what it looked like, right? It was tired. And how quick was that? Just while I was chatting with a phone in one hand and a brush in another, I've given this a whole new look. So hopefully that... Did I show them here? Do you hear somebody from the Peanut Gallery talking? No, I haven't showed them the new stuff. So yes, thank you for reminding me, hubby. He is in the kitchen working up some stuff tonight because two fun things, okay? Number one, because you guys have been asking. Guess what? Can you see what that is? I know it's backwards to you guys. It's a little monkey. He's got a milkshake in his hand, and it's called the Jug Monkey Milkshake. Because I'm happy to announce, and you guys know the first, that we're coming out with our own line of milk paint. Milk paint. So if you want to go all natural and you want to go old-timey, there you go. Milk paint coming to you this week, guys. It will hit our shelves. And I'll show you all the fun colors and how to use it and the differences, because you've heard of milk paint and there is a huge amount of people that use it, right? And how fun it is. This is actually the original paint, and it's totally natural. I could eat everything in this jar if I really wanted to. I don't want to, but yeah, so it is all natural, right? How fun is this going to be in all the fun colors, okay? So that's the new fun thing coming out this week. But wait, as my husband says, there's more. And this one I'm really excited for because I am a chippy, I'm a shabby lover. And let me just tell you, yeah, so if you like looks like this, do you see this? You see what this is? Oh, look at that chippiness, right? That weathered, beachy look. Yes, we have another product that's coming out this week that we hand make here at the shop that we are labeling, getting ready to put it on our shelves. Let me pull up the other one for you as well. So yeah, what does this make you think of, right? This is, and I think we came up with a name for this one. I think we were going to call it the salty monkey, okay? Because does this not remind you of the beach, right? The windswept sand that would come off the water and the wharves and the stages and just stuff that just gets, you know, really weather worn. How fun is that, right? Yes, Kelly, you can use milk paint on just about anything. I'll tell you about like the places that I would use it and like what would be the ideal places to use it, right? Kaylee, I know you love it, girl. Yes, if you love color and you love old and worn, think about, I'm going to show you how you can make these looks. I mean, with the particular product that we have that gives you this sort of look, you can do it overall on furniture if you want. Thanks, hubby. So he just brought this in. This is actually, we've been doing experiments with our milk paint. Of course, we want to make sure we get it right before we launch it to you guys. So this is all milk paint right here, right? This is our Jug Monkey paint in the back. It's the stuff that sticks to like everything under the sun. You don't have the primer, sand, or prep. And then we've got our milk paint here. This was just a piece, actually, if you can flip it from behind, babe, so I can show them what the back looked like. This is just a piece of pine wood, but what's really cool is this is all natural. Like I said, like they used to make paint back in the day, like your grandma used to make it. And then we've been doing tests with like different, if you can see it goes from lighter to darker at the very bottom down here, because we've been like testing layers and you know, how vibrant it becomes. So as of this week ahead, not only will you be able to get the Jug Monkey paint, the grab a brush and go bananas on anything under the sun, but you'll have the salty monkey and the milkshake monkey, okay? So how fun is that? Color is your middle name. Oh, that is so funny. Carrie, yes, I will. Now that I'm on the other side of feeling better, we got our shop up and running. We're getting back in a regular set pace. I can finally look at my calendar and get some in-store tutorials like DIY evenings, BYOB. Of course, but also I want to do some virtual classes as well. So that way, everybody else that's out there, we can all get together and virtually I'll set up a camera in my store and we can have live people in the store and we can have people watching online and you guys can paint and we'll have a paint party all together, right? Yes, we have lots of exciting things. I'm telling you, Megan, when you love what you do, you will find time for it. That's why on a Friday night, I'm sitting on the floor here working on these tables, okay? Because I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. So anyway, I'm not going to bore you guys anymore, but I wanted to tell you about those two things that are coming up this week. So watch for me to tell you more about it. We'll make it available. If anybody wants to purchase it, that you're not local, you can't come into the store to get it because we do ship all over the U.S. But yeah, how easy. So I'm going to finish up the back side of this table, and then I'm going to seal real quick with a water-based sealer. It will be dried overnight, and then these two suckers will be on my floor in the morning, if anybody wants to come by and steal them. Ooh, yeah, come up to California. Nancy, I want to come to California. It's on my bucket list, okay? I'm coming. All right, I'm making my way across the country, but I'm going to come to California one day, and I'll let you know when I come out. All right, well, I will go when you have my next... Yeah, absolutely, I sure will. Make sure you hit subscribe when this video ends, because I'm pretty sure a subscribe button comes up, and you're able to... That way you get notified when I go live again. So I've got lots of fun videos coming up this week, some different techniques I'm going to share with you guys of how to do. And yeah, it's the season of summer projects, right? So let's get them all kicked off and learn some ways to give your stuff a new look. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. I'll definitely be on here on Sunday because I've got a cabinet reveal coming up too. So, oh, thanks for the heart bomb, Louisa. Love you, girl. Thank you for all the hearts. Oh, that's so awesome. All right, you guys have a terrific Friday night. Don't let it get too wild, okay? All right. See you, Lisa.